The world is changing, and some East Tennessee churches are working to keep up. That after new data shows more people are identifying as not religious.
WBIR 10 News reporter Michael Crow digs into the data.
Tennessee's home in the heart of the Bible Belt means for many, faith is just as present as the mountains that surround us. But for many Tennesseans, the religious landscape is changing.
One of the most fascinating trends that sociologists of religion have observed in recent years is the rise of what are called the nones, N-O-N-E, so those who don't claim a formal religious affiliation.
According to data from the nonpartisan Pew Research Center, in 2007, 84% of Tennessee adults were absolutely certain they believed in God. In 2014, that number dropped to 78%. Nationwide, 23% of Americans surveyed identify as nones, having no religious affiliation. In Tennessee, it's 14%.
If they were a denomination, they're one of the largest denominations in the United States.
Dr. Tricia Bruce is a sociologist at Maryville College, specializing in the study of religion. She says it's important to understand these trends, especially what some call the de-churching of America.
Which really introduces a different conversation about religion. You know, how do we understand religion and how do we organize religion in the United States if so many people are not claiming formally a religious affiliation?
It's a trend churches are being forced to acknowledge. Pew doesn't get down to the county level, but a private report commissioned in 2016 by First Baptist Concord found about 40% of Knox County residents polled don't affiliate with a formal religion, nones, and another 40% are dones.
They have some skepticism towards religious institutions and the idea of church. And so this notion of done reflects folks who maybe didn't want to leave religion or maybe in fact still hold these beliefs but feel uncomfortable for various reasons in a congregational context.
But that number, 80% of the county not connecting with organized religion, was a surprise for First Baptist.
People find that they're pretty exhausted and they're living fast, very fast, a rapid pace of life, and honestly Sunday morning is just a good time to catch your breath. I think it's as practical as that in some ways.
And he says it affected their decision-making, spurring them to be more thoughtful in their expansion and outreach.
Used to, you just kind of throw something out there and folks would come. Anymore, that's not true at all. It better be good, it better be careful, it better be responsive, to where people are.
This is my body, which will be given up for you.
At the Catholic Diocese of Knoxville, they have not noticed that trend. In fact, they say it's one of the fastest growing in the country. They're about to complete a new cathedral.
Here in East Tennessee, I think perhaps indicative of the region that we live in, people tend to be very faithful and close to their faith.
But Wogan says the studies that show many leaving the church means they may have an opportunity to reach new people.
We're all looking, searching, trying to find answers, want to be part of a community, and find our sense of purpose in life. And the church is really the answer in many ways to all of those questions.
A position many churches find themselves in as more and more look outside the sanctuary walls.
Americans are beginning to also acknowledge this new space of religious culture that maybe isn't tied to religious affiliation. And for some people that means they don't identify as religious.
Michael Crow, 10 News.